Okay, now our consonants for today are the W, the Y, the Z, and the X. Now the W makes a w sound, but only when it's at the beginning of the word. So we'll hear what in words like wet or was. When you see a W in the middle or at the end of the word, it actually just changes the sound of the vowel that precedes it. So it's not going to make that w sound when it's in the middle or at the end, unless it's part of a consonant blend. By a consonant blend, it's a word that actually combines two consonants into one. Like if we'll have it like in the word twin, so although my W is in the middle, because it's preceded by a consonant, it still makes that what sound. Whereas if I have it in a word like two, I don't say w here. Rather, my W changes the sound of my O. So that's a whole other set of rules, and we'll get to that in another tutorial. The Y behaves similarly. So the Y makes a y sound, but only at the beginning of the word. So we'll hear it in words like yet, yup, or like yip, 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 like a little dog. But if the Y is in the middle or at the end of the word, it behaves more like a vowel. It behaves like an I, okay? And we'll have a whole other video on that as well. The Z is very straightforward. It makes a Z no matter where it is. So at the beginning, we'll hear it in words like zip. In the middle, you'll have it in words like amazing. And at the end, we'll get it in words like fuzz. Now you'll hear a lot of z sounds at the end of words. More often than not, those are made by the letter S because it's either that the word has been pluralized, so made plural, or it has to do with the conjugation of the verb. Now, the X sound that we're going to listen for today is the x, 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 x sound, not the z sound, okay? The x sound. And we only find that at the end of words. So in words like fix or fox or box. Again, that x sound is at the end of the word. If we're writing a word with the X at the beginning, like the word xylophone, it actually makes a Z sound instead of a X sound. So those are just things to be aware of and just to look out for when you're reading. Now the W is present at the beginning of many words on this page, like in waggle, wear, worker, witch. It's also at the end of the word how, which brings me to one of the W rules. When the W is preceded by the vowel O, it keeps that W sound, how. Here it is again in the middle of the word, flowers. Again, if the W is preceded by another consonant, it preserves that W sound, like in the word beeswax. Now there are many Ys on this page, but none of them make the y sound because they're not at the beginning of the word. Instead, here they play the role of a vowel, like in the word honeybees, in the word jelly, and in the word hokey pokey. Here's a Z in the middle of the word buzzes, making that Z sound. Now there's many z sounds all over this page, like in as, workers, but be careful because those are all made with the letter S. It's very rare in the English language that the Z sound is actually made by a Z. And here's an X at the end of the word beeswax, making that x, x, x sound.